Hello, and thank you for choosing to watch my YouTube video today. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about myself. So my name is Luke, L-U-K-E, like Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. I know it's a little bit hard to understand me with my speech impediment, but that's why I got this microphone, this Amazon microphone that is supposed to be really good, and I got the volume and stuff set up to as high as it can go, so people can hear me and understand me the best I can with my speech impediment. And if you hear any thunder or rain in the background, it's raining very hard where I live. It has been for weeks now. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever, I guess. So if you hear any of that, please excuse that. I'm still trying to get everything sorted out with the microphone. But so with my story began when I was born, obviously, but just like anyone else's. But the story of what led me to this point in my life, and while I'm suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and a variety of other mental health issues that has gotten better, but stuff with survivor's guilt and stuff like that. So what happened that led me to this point happened in June of 2022. Me and my mom, we lived check to check, and we were living the best that we could with our circumstances. We were a happy family. We had a dog. We had basically a mini American dream, I guess you could say. And it was a good life. It feels like a different life, honestly, when I think about it. When I see photos of how happy I used to be, how happy things looked in my life, it feels like a different life, if that makes sense. And the reason, you're probably wondering why I'm saying this, and the reason why I say it is because my mom, she was murdered during a violent crime that I unfortunately witnessed. This was a homicide that originally began as a robbery. Ian thought we were poor, living check to check. There was some person out there. I don't like to call him a person, but it's whatever. They were someone that decided, hey, let's obviously poor family that's trying to get by. They obviously have something that maybe I don't have, or let's go fuck those shit up, or something like that. With that, I witnessed it, and it was a very traumatic thing to witness. And like I said, I have post-traumatic stress disorder from witnessing it, and it's not easy to get by. I had a lot of stress after my mom's murder with economic issues, and just trying to get by. And I apologize if I need a minute to describe anything or talk about anything. It's only been a few years for me since this happened, and it still feels very fresh to me, even though it's been probably 3 years since it's happened. It still feels like it happened yesterday for me. People have told me to forget and move on. It's very hard to forget and move on when you're suffering from PTSD. One therapist that I went to, she described it as someone who's been through combat, seeing war, basically. So it's just something you just can't forget and move on from, if that makes sense. So with that said, I'm gonna talk a little bit about what happened after that. So, because it's very difficult for me to talk about it without getting choked up or with just anything, and I don't want to aggravate my PTSD or anything like that. I'm sure we'll make a video if I do or don't talk about it. So let me just go ahead and talk about something that's a little less disturbing for me. So with the aftermath, as I mentioned, me and my mom live in Czech, and afterwards I was living in Czech by myself, and so I was really poverty stricken. I was doing the very best that I could to take care of the house that my mom owned, and also my mom's dog, and just the financial upkeep of water bubble stuff. Like it became really hard for me to mow the lawn and just take care of the house, because for 3 months after my mom's mortal, a good friend described it as like I was a totally different person. I was locked into grief, and I was not doing very good with the situation, because I was very sad all the time. I wanted to sleep the majority of the time, and when I wasn't sleeping, I would just try to get lost into video games like Kerbal Space Program or DayZ. I was just try to stay on those as long as I could, and just try to forget what happened. But as anyone who has PTSD knows, you can't forget this shit. You want to see it no matter. If you don't think about it, if you do think about it, you're going to think about it regardless. And if I didn't have PTSD at those 3 months, it was developing into PTSD, and I very likely had survivor's guilt at the time, because I feel like I could have done more to help and protect my mom, but the situation turned out the way it did, and I do wish I had a time machine to go back in time and do more, but what can you do? So with that said, the financial crisis and afterwards was very tough. It became very tough to afford food and just anything, and this would last for a good while until I was able to get some government assistance with food stamps and some other stuff that I needed actual help for. This was a difficult process, but thankfully a nice woman at a therapy program I went to, she was able to help get it started and get it going for me. Considering what has happened, she was really kind and helped a lot. She helped a lot when she knew she was doing, and that really stood out to me a lot. And if you're out there watching this, I want to thank you for helping get me settled after what happened. But with that being said, afterwards, for those 3 months, the 3 months were the most difficult. It was very tough, because I had financial help from people, but very little financial help myself from with a check, because I had to go to the bank and get some stuff going, because they closed some accounts which had some money in it, because it was my mom forgot to put the bank account into my name, and so when she passed, or when she got mortal, the bank accounts got frozen, and so the check that I was getting was being deposited, but I couldn't withdraw it. So I was basically living on $0 a month for those 3 months. It was a interesting 3 months. It was the 3 months of hell, to basically sum it up. And thanks to the generosity of people, I was able to make it by the skin of my teeth, of course, but I was able to make it. And these people, they showed me after such a terrible and traumatic event, they told me that there was some good people still left in the world, and that really helped make me feel a little bit better about stuff, and just helped me get better feeling, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But after those 3 months passed, things got a little bit better. I was able to access a bank account after those 3 months, and I was able to help lessen the financial crisis. I mean, I was still living in poverty, but I was living a little bit better than I was during those 3 months. So what happened after those 3 months, I was put on government assistance and was able to go and get a lot of help, and also get a lot of assistance from the therapy people I was talking about. I also enrolled into a group therapy and individual therapy, even thought that would last for 2 years or 1 year. I don't remember how many years it was, but it lasted, and it was a good time for therapy, group therapy. I really enjoyed it, and it was really nice to be able to talk to people, even if they didn't have the same situation that I did. It was a good therapy for people with all mental health issues, and so I was the only person in there that had a PTSD, and it was difficult for some of them to understand what I've been through, but most understood without an issue. And I was able to make a lot of friends and just be myself, which was nice, very nice. And after that point in my life, I came to so basically what happened after that, and a few years went by in my life. The university, a local university in my city, they approached me, and they offered to buy the house what I was living in. It was my family house with me and my mom and my family. We were living there for ever since I was born, and it had survived a lot. It survived a house fire, it survived what happened to my mom, it survived me even thought I was taking care of it the best I could. It had a lot of problems that I couldn't address due to the financial issues that I had with myself at the time, due to the government and stuff like that. So well, not due to the government, but due to the bank. I'm sorry. The bank and having an account frozen after my mom's mortal. because it was in kind of in whole name like I described before. But so the university in my city offered to buy my family house, and they offered a low price for it first. I was like, I'm not gonna do with low price, and I don't really want to sell the house anyway, so I was just like, if they really want it, they can meet me at the price I would like to sell the house for, because even thought it felt like a different life at the time. There was a lot of happy memories in that house, and there was a lot of good stuff that did happen there. But there was also some bad stuff, like my mom's murder that happened right outside. So it was a mix of good and bad things at the end of the day, but it was still a family house. And a year went by, and the university contacted me again through their realtor and said, hey, we're interested in buying a house. We'll offer the price that you want, and we can do it, and there'll be no fees, nothing like that. And I'm like, okay, let's do it then. And they bought the house. I was able to move away from the house, and which is where I'm living at today in my new house. And so far life has been getting better, but it's happened very slowly for me. I hope that it will get better a lot quicker, but what can you do? It's life. It's slow, but it can all happen at once. Sometimes. So as I witnessed myself. So I was dealing with that too as well. But the house sold for a good amount of money, and I was able to get this house that had zero problems, had working heat, had working AC, both of which broke in my old house, and I couldn't get repaired because I was living on probably $940 a month, and that's not very much. That's enough to get food and pay the bills, and I mean, it's not enough to do anything. And so I really enjoy living in the new house. I feel like it's a blessing, a real blessing for me. I had after my mom got killed, I was very difficult on terms with God and religion, and I still kind of am, and I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to go with religion, and I don't mean any disrespect to any people that know me from any religion or any church or anything I went to. It's just, I just don't feel it's for me. But I feel like it's getting better, and like with things improving, I feel like it can be something that can be reintroduced into my life at a later point. And but like I said, I feel like this house is a blessing, and it's definitely contributing to the reintroduction of religion into my life. And it's nice living with AC and stuff now, when my previous house didn't, and the problems that it had, I don't feel like describing all of them, but I just imagine the worst problems a house could have, and bingo, you got it. But this house is nice, and yeah, I just want to make a short little video. I mean, 19 minutes long, but whatever. I mean, I tend to talk about, when I'm talking, I tend to ramble and talk about my life, and a variety of old stuff. It's just how I like to communicate. I talk by incorporating various types of stuff, topics and stuff, because I'm very socially awkward. But I try to make it happen, make conversations happen, and I would try to put the effort in. So I apologize that this video has taken up 20 minutes of y'all's time, but that's just social anxiety and owl stuff, because I'm not really used to making videos, but I really want to try and get something out there, and just like make a video talking about my life and who I am. And I feel like this is a good introduction video. I plan on making a second video, probably, I kind of probably want to make it after I get done with this one, after I take a break and stuff, for maybe 40 minutes to an hour. I plan to make a second video about my hobbies and stuff, and talk a little bit more about who I am, and because I'm pretty sure people want to hear about my gaming, and plus also me talk about my guitars and stuff, and who I am. And also I apologize for the boxes in the background. I'm still setting stuff up and moving stuff in and all that. Well, not moving stuff in, I already completed the move. I'm still unboxing stuff and doing a lot of stuff with that, so I apologize in advance, but you can expect all that stuff to be moved in future videos and being looking more professional. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day, and look forward to watching more of my videos, and hit the bell. I know that's something that people will say, and if you like the video, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and if you dislike the video, feel free to dislike it, or leave a comment explain what could be better. I'm open to constructive criticism, as long as it's not bullying or something like that. I feel like this could be something as I get settled in and feel more comfortable talking to a camera and stuff, I feel like this is something I could get real settled into and be more comfortable with, and make real quality videos, basically. I have a lot of good ideas planned, and I feel like this will be a good channel coming up. So thank you, and have a great day.